Hello. I can see you guys have been chatting quite a lot. That's good because that means you're all in hyper mood, and it's good for me because I am back on the wine. So yeah, I had a day off finally. It's been a really, really busy couple of weeks, and I'm tired. I'm very tired. Um, and Mackie has weed in several places around the house today for no apparent reason, um, which has been stressful on my tired day. So now I'm sort of weirdly thrilled that the sore throat means I'm not gigging tomorrow because it means I get a second day off, which means some relaxation. So I hope you guys are all right. I'm halfway through a game of Civilization Through the Ages, which is super fun. I love a nerdy board game. But this chapter is quite fun. I had to write it relatively quickly in between everything I had to do today. But I think it's still all right. Ben says, weeing or scenting, she might be marking her territory. No, I think it's definitely weeing, and it's protest wheeze, because she did one of them because I went in the shower and I offered her the choice of in the bathroom or out the bathroom, and she chose out of the bathroom and then weed outside the bathroom. So I think it's her way of saying, well, you left me on my own, bitch, and fuck you, I will piss on your stuff. That's my interpretation of what she's saying. But she's so little, you can't really get cross with her. So we should probably read the chapter. So I've done the cover of this video, by the way, has the dates for next week. Next week, I can do Monday, Tuesday, thursday, and Friday. What? A 4-chapter week? Yeah, bitches. You better believe it. And Thursday will be the book club launch special. So we could dress up. There will obviously be a wine that day. So yeah, that should be fun. Right, let's find the chapter, shall we? Oh, what's this? A board game recommendation from Catherine. Aqualin, lots of underwater fun. Yeah, that sounds fun. What did I play the other day on Board Game Smackdown that I really enjoyed? Survive or something like that, which was all about water. I really enjoyed that. Right, so let's do chapter 8, shall we? So at the end of the last chapter, Maureen was asked who she would take to on the mission. So let's find out what she says. Chapter 8. Maureen blinked at Ezria, hoping this was some sort of test that she could pass easily. Perhaps she was supposed to deign to choose, bowing her. No, it's just suddenly occurred to me, am I using deign in the right way there? I don't actually know. You missed the rant. It wasn't a rant. Was it a rant? Did I rant? Maureen blinked at Ezria. Deign to choose? Is that the right way to do that language? Oh, I've lost all faith in that word being a word now. Anyway, all right then. Perhaps she was supposed to deign to choose, bowing her experience to Ezria's and insisting it was not her choice. But what if that just made Ezria lose all faith in her completely? She was still smarting from having not been entirely sure she was followed into the tavern. Her mouth felt dry. Ezria broke into a smile. You cannot get this wrong, Maureen. You are choosing from the company I have formed and trained myself. If you think there is a single one of them I wouldn't entrust my life to, then you are crazy. I merely want your opinion, as someone who works with the team and not over them. Who should we choose? Maureen took a deep breath and tried to think calmly. Her mind raced over the faces of her comrades the last time she had seen them, looking ashen-faced outside Van Weer's office before they had been dismissed. Who would she choose? Morklade was by far the most knowledgeable. Lork was a block of strength when you were in a tight squeeze. She stopped suddenly, and her head snapped up to face Ezria. I can't choose until I know what we're doing, she said simply. Ezria and Aesma broke out into identical smiles. Good answer, said Ezria, and proceeded to outlay the plan to Maureen. Maureen gaped at the sheer audacity. Ezria planned to break into the laboratory where the stone, or not stone, was held and test it. She was going to take all of their combined skills to disarm the guards, slip in with minimal fuss, and to come away with a certain knowledge. What happens when we know? Marine asked. If Van Weir is lying, which I'm sure she is, if that's what you think, Marine added hastily, then what are we going to do about it? That bit I don't know, said Ezria, her grey eyes looking cloudy for a moment. But I can't plan for that until I have all the tools I need. So, who are we taking? Marine settled down into her seated position and tried to think coolly and calmly. Instantly, she knew she wanted Kuran in the squad. The man was a multi-tool. It didn't matter what situation you were in, he would find a way to be extraordinarily useful in a manner you would never have guessed you needed. So, Kuran was in. Having someone decided made Marine feel confident. She would have liked Tazeen, for sheer confidence alone. Tazeen was a brilliant comrade to have at your side. She could make you feel invincible with a word. But Marine knew Tazeen and Kuran clashed on an almost daily basis. Perhaps she shouldn't take Kuran? Marine shook her head. No, she had to stay firm on her decisions once she had made them, or she would never get anywhere. So, Kuran was in and Tazeen was out. Mortglade was a certainty. There was nothing Mortglade didn't know that she couldn't find out somehow. And Marine felt like this was a mission that required knowledge rather than muscle. For that reason, she realized sadly that Lork was unlikely to make the final cut of her squad. The idea of Kuran and Mortglade by her side was wholesome, though, and already she could feel herself looking forward to seeing them. Rashek was the quietest, sneakiest of the crew, an absolute no-brainer. That left one spot. Her mind's eye flicked from Bisset to Elef. Both were brilliant Tingians. She thought of them both at the training ground, two of the most determined of the trainees. Neither of them would leave an exercise until she had hit a personal best. Oh, there's some good voting going on. Chris is in for Elef. They were both dogged, but in such different ways. Bisset was descended from royal blood and had a manner about her that seemed to suggest she simply saw no reason why she couldn't have what she wanted, even if it was a thing she wanted from herself. Elef, on the other hand, was cagey about her background. There was certainly no money in it from the look of the training clothes she had arrived in. Marine frowned. Take your time, said Ezria. Elef or Bisset? Marine smiled to herself, realizing she had immediately discounted Jurias without much thought. Serves her right for never getting around in, thought Marine. Small drink break. I'm enjoying how many of you... Do you know what? The voting was really funny. There was one that was an absolute standout. It was Mortglade. No, sorry, Kuran. You all wanted Kuran in the squad. Kuran and Mortglade were like, boom, we're having them. No arguments there. I think it's Tenterhooks, Ben, with a T. I don't know why. Lennon Calling says 3 wines. All of the wines. It's Saturday and I'm very tired and I got woken up to cleaning up dog wee. So, and I went for a cycle and my knee still hurts. No, I should have done all this chat at the beginning, shouldn't I? My knee hurts. I hurt my knee. I'm annoyed because I broke my toe a couple of weeks ago. Did I tell you guys this? Fell down the stairs and I was carrying my little baby, my nephew, and I broke my toe in the proceeds. And like, I'm quite up on my fitness. I do a lot of fitness stuff, and it really set me back having the broken toe. And then because I'd broken the toe, I was walking weird on one leg, which means that leg has just like isn't as strong. So now I'm back to training, but my leg is a bit weak. And then today I went for a bit of a cycle and just that leg just hurt and hurt and hurt. Yes, Artwell, do you know what? I found it so funny that I hurt my toe because I was like, oh my God, I'm fucking Emma. Oh, jeez. My toe pick was disgusting. I agree, Chris. Anyway, there's hardly any of this chapter left. I don't know why I've stopped to chat nonsense. Where were we? Elef or Bisset? So ripe and never getting around and thought Marine. Elef or Bisset? Bisset was perhaps the stronger of the two, but something about her royal connections made Marine shy of her. Perhaps it would be better to choose the Tingian with no family in the upper echelons. What if Bisset knew someone related to Van Weir? Marine nodded to Ezria. I would choose Kuran, Rashek, Mortglade, and Elef, she said confidently. and waited for Ezria's thoughts. So, the team that Maureen has chosen is Kuran, Rashek, Mortglade, and Aleph. Your questions, there's 2 questions today, just for funsies. Your questions are, does Ezria go with Maureen's choice of team? Big outcome. Does she go with Maureen's choices, or does she pick her own or take it on board? It's a simple yes or no for that one. Then, so regardless of whether she picks Maureen's choices or not, they will be recruiting a team. You guys then get to choose, do they recruit their chosen team, whatever it'll be, via 1, graffiti symbols around the town, 2, kidnap, 3, a false job advertisement, or 4, speaking to them in disguise. So you get to choose Maureen's team or not, and then whatever the team is, do they recruit them via graffiti symbols around the town, kidnap, a false job advertisement, or speaking to them in disguise? Up to you, your choices. Those will be your votes. It will be a live reading on Monday, this 31st at 10 p.m. Yeah, we've got 4 next week. So have fun, get voting. And thanks for joining me on a little Saturday extra one, fake moustaches. Yeah, that would be quite fun. Yeah, let's do it. Have a lovely watching him on some kind of gig. And I will see you on Monday. Take care. Bye.